Greetings.
Guess who's living rent free? Yeah, it's me, Zeus. I'm feeling good, everything's alright. I got my head high, and I'm shining all bright like a light. Walking down the street, people looking at me, and I don't really care what they say, cause I'm living rent free. Yeah, I said I'm living rent free. Yeah, I said I'm living rent free. Yeah, and I don't care what they say, cause I'm living rent free. La la la, can't nobody bring me down. La la la, standing tall and proud. La la la, living life how I wanna. La la la, can't nobody tell me I can't. I got my crew with me, we're unstoppable. Making moves and achieving the impossible. Haters wanna hate, but we don't listen. We gonna keep doing what we do and keep winning. Life's too short to be living in fear. Gotta take chances and persevere. Don't let nobody hold you back, keep pushing forward. Stay on track, don't make me have to play back. I'm living rent free in your mind. I'm here to stay. Don't waste your time. You thinking you can evict me? No, I'm taking up space, cause guess what? I'm a star. I'm feeling good, everything's alright. I got my head high, and I'm shining all bright like a light. Walking down the street, people looking at me, and I don't really care what they say, cause I'm living rent free. Yeah, I said I'm living rent free. Yeah, I said I'm living rent free. Yeah, and I don't care what they say, cause I'm living rent free. La la la, it's about dang time. La la la, the tenant you can't decline.
It's hammer time, ladies and gentlemen. Order.
Leave your mind and set you free. I'm the rent free.
Greetings.
Now can't you see? I'm the memory that you can't erase. I'm the image that you can't ever replace. I'm the feeling that you can't resist. I'm the rent free tenant that you can't dismiss. Now can I get a witness?
Right.
Rent free in your mind. I'm living large. Yeah, living for fun. All about me all the time. I'm the tenant. Living rent free in your mind. Feeling good, everything's alright. I got my head high, and I'm shining all bright like a light. Walking down the street, people looking at me, and I don't really care what they say, cause I'm living rent free. Yeah, I said I'm living rent free. Yeah, I said I'm living rent free. Yeah,
I just want to buy
they say, cause I'm living rent free.
11,780 votes, which is one more than we have.
Right. How much harm can one man do to this country? How much harm can Donald Trump do to this country? I can't even go throughout the rest. Greetings, Yazzie. Nice to see you. I can't even go on about my day, all right, doing what I enjoy doing. I watch the news like everybody else, and I'm waiting for Jack Smith to update me on the latest and greatest when it comes to Donald J. Trump and his indictments, right? That's all I want to do. But my day was interrupted with some terrible news coming out of the state of Utah, right? Yeah, we're getting closer to Trump being indicted. And now I'm at the point where I realize that I thought he was dangerous on January 6th. I really thought his whole presidency was dangerous. But now I'm at the point where I realize he's dangerous as long as he's out free on bail, right? Don't laugh at the FBI. Did you hear this news that just came out? I mean, it's probably been out a while. I'm just reading this news, and I'm going, wow. This guy is a huge threat to our national security, a very terrible person. I don't know how anyone could still support Donald Trump after this. All right? If you are a Trump supporter, listen to me and listen to me very closely. Get out right now. Get out of the cult. Let that MAGA demon go. I rebuke that MAGA demon that has taken hold of your mind and got you willing to put your life on the line for a billionaire who doesn't give a dang about you. FBI agents today, ladies and gentlemen, according to sources, had to unalive a man in Utah today. What a shame. They were attempting to arrest him for allegedly making threats against President Joe Biden ahead of his trip to the state. Wow, MAGA. Is this what you say? Is this behavior, is this conduct agreeable with those Christian beliefs you get out here on TikTok and push? Right? Is this Christ-like, MAGA? What part of the Bible is this? Yeah, this is Trump's fault. I agree, because there's always somebody out there that's not wrapped too tight, listening to Donald Trump's every word. They go and follow him on Twitter. By the way, thank God Jack Smith got access to his Twitter. They're looking at him on Truth Social. They're listening to him speak. And they're doing all kinds of harm to this nation, right? It's his rhetoric, right? So they did this happened right before Biden's trip, according to what I'm reading, and it's a devastating story. The man, his name, Craig Robertson, was facing 3 federal charges, including threats against the president, as well as influence, impeding, and retaliating against federal law enforcement officers by threat. Investigators noted that he appeared to own a sniper. Wow, and several other, it's rhetoric like this that makes them think this is acceptable.
Every time the radical left Democrats, Marxists, communists, and fascists indict me, I consider it a great badge of courage.
You see what I'm talking about? It's rhetoric like that leads to situations like this. No one had to lose their life. Why are you continuing to put your life on the line for Donald J. Trump? Why? MAGA, please answer the question. Why would you put your life on the line for this man? He doesn't even know you. He takes your money and talks about you behind your backs all the time. He doesn't care. I mean, what kind of guy is he? Look at how he treats his wife. He doesn't even treat her with respect. He cheats on her with a porn star. Is that a respectful guy? So if he does that to his wife, what do you think he will do to you? Think about this stuff, MAGA, all right? Think about this stuff. This guy went on whatever platform he was on. He wrote, "I hear Biden is coming to Utah." This is what he wrote. "Digging out my old ghillie suit and cleaning the dust off the M2 whatever. Okay, welcome, buffoon in chief." What a shame. See, this is what I'm talking about, right? This is why we have to keep getting the truth out here, ladies and gentlemen, so that people don't end up doing this kind of silliness and nonsense. Again, when you see things like buffoon in chief, where did you learn how to call the president names? Oh, I know, from Donald J. Trump, right? You learned all this disgusting behavior from Donald J. Trump. What a shame. MAGA, please do me a huge favor, really. Please do me a huge favor and get out of the cult that you are currently in, because it's not good for you, all right? Seriously. There is no evidence of crimes that you can say Biden committed. Biden is not the one you should be concerned about. You really should be concerned about your health, MAGA. Seriously. All right? Why don't you wake up and see that the Democrats are... See... You see these people in the comment section. They keep defaulting to that silly thought that Donald Trump keeps telling you. Explain to me how this is tied to the Democrats again, please. Please tell me how this is tied to the Democrats. I mean, please. All right? All right, there's no connection. Dionysius, thank you. All right. What this is about is you have pledged allegiance to somebody who doesn't care about you, who takes advantage of you in every way he can think of. All right. And he's only concerned about himself, very selfish, very self-centered, and he doesn't mind if you end up in jail or hell. He doesn't. You know how many people Trump has sent to jail, MAGA? Look at all those January Sixers. Look at all those folks that were in jail behind him on January. He's out golfing. He's out flying around the world while you folks are on your way to jail and hell. What a shame. Right? And then you turn around and you blame the Democrats. You can't blame the Democrats for this nonsense. Absolutely not. This is what I call the consequence of, believing your own BS. You think you're smart because I don't get my news from, what they say? I don't get my news from CNN, right? Greetings, Greg. I don't get my news from CNN. I don't get it from MSNBC. Where do you get your news? I don't get it from I don't watch news. Well, how do you know what you know? Well, I listen to this person on TikTok. They tell me everything that I like to hear. So they gotta be right, Zeus? No. They don't know any better either. MAGA, listen up. I hate to break your news. Most of you MAGA folks, if we were in class, right, and you were in the class with me, I hate to use this as an example, but I actually love to use it because it's so simple to understand. If me and a person in class was a MAGA, and there was a test that needed to be administered, and we both took the test, MAGA, you would fail. You would fail. You would fail that test, all right? And you would be crying to the teacher. And you would say, how come Zeus passed the test and I failed? And they would say, well, listen, you got all the answers wrong. Do you understand this, MAGA? You got every single answer wrong on the test. What is the test, MAGA? It's very simple. Who is the current president of the United States? Well, that would be President Biden. Okay, so you know Biden's the president of the United States? Yes, Biden is the president. Okay, well, let me ask you a question. Was the 2020 election stolen by President Biden? Well, yes, it was stolen. You know what, MAGA? F. Not a difficult question. It's not a difficult question. If he's the president and he's sitting in the White House, that means the election wasn't stolen. That means he won it. All right? The same system that you claim is rigged, it's been working for every other president in U.S. history. Why all of a sudden do you think it's not working now, MAGA? Stop using your brain, okay? Cut your brain off for a second. Put it in idle, okay? Your brain in idle. You know what your brain sounds like, MAGA? It sounds like this whenever you start talking and saying stuff to me that doesn't make sense. You sound like one of these cars that's having a hard time getting off the start line, right? It sounds like this. Turn it off. Turn it off. Turn it off. No more. Take that thing to a shop ASAP. Let a mechanic put the hands of God on that engine, all right? That's how MAGA brain sounds like when they open their mouth and they start telling me what they've learned. You haven't learned a thing, MAGA. You have not learned a single thing. Every time I just wanted to watch Jack Smith get me one day closer to indicting and putting Donald Trump in jail. I just wanted to watch Fonnie Willis tell me who these 12 dozen individuals are that are going to be caught up in that RICO investigation, that charge sheet. That's all I wanted to do today. But no, a Trump supporter had to ruin my day with this nonsense going on in Utah. What a shame. What a shame. And half of, listen, be honest. I gotta say this. I really do gotta say this. I really do. If if you got the desire to burn some calories, MAGA, you want to do something. How about this? Go for a nice walk outside. Say hi to your neighbor. Join a gym and work out all of that frustration and aggression, and probably figure out how to get better candidates that help win the election. That's what you should do with your energy. Okay, but you're out of shape. You're crying about the country being the country's going to hell. That's what Donald Trump got you believing. The country's going to hell. The only person that can save this country from hell is me. If you are one of these people that believe Donald Trump can save this planet, all right? Think about what I'm about to say to you. If you are one of these individuals that think Donald Trump can save this planet, I want to tell you real quick, you're dead wrong. You'd be better off believing that Peter Pan is real. You might as well tell me you're not ever growing up. You're going to live in Neverland for the rest of your life. You might as well build Neverland Ranch. Build it better than Michael Jackson, all right? You might as well be Aladdin in the movie Aladdin and build a magic carpet and start flying around like Princess Jasmine is coming. All right? Because you got one heck of an imagination. Yeah, you might as well be Pinocchio. Yeah, you could be a real boy. You could be a real boy. Okay, if you think Donald Trump, his out-of-shape self, his Coca-Cola drinking, McDonald's eating, deranged-looking, orange makeup self, if you think that is the one person that can save this planet, you need to sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast. You done lost your ever-loving mind. I wish I would be sitting in my house on a nice, beautiful day. You got beautiful people. You go to these beaches, you see all these beautiful people, right? You got these nice cars, you got these nice houses. You know, your house that has to have stainless steel in it because that's the latest. You got these nice TVs. You got all this nice stuff going on for you. And you throw it all away for Donald Trump? Have you lost your mind, MAGA? Something's wrong. Something's wrong when you're willing to give up everything. I mean, listen, especially the guys out there. You mean to tell me you would rather sit in a jail cell with a bunch of men the rest of your life for Donald Trump? Have you lost your mind? You can sit there and blame the FBI and Joe Biden all you want, but it don't make it true. Why are you out of shape, Joe Biden? Why are you out of shape, the FBI? Why didn't you go get a job? The FBI is holding me back. Really? Really? I thought you had 4 years with Trump. You had 4 years with Trump. You should have got it while it was good. Why didn't you get it when he was in office, MAGA? Really, you all should have been billionaires. I heard your 401ks were doing great while Trump is in office. Why aren't you rich right now? You had 4 years to get it together. Don't tell me, you know what they like to say. That's why we need him back in the office again, Zeus, so that he can really get the job done. He knows where the lever of powers are right now. And if we get 4 more years with him, we'll be able to complete the process. We'll be able to build a time machine and go back 1,000 years, Zeus, if we just get Trump back in office. You sound deranged, you sound unhinged, and you need to cut it out. I mean, this is I'm almost ashamed to even have to talk about this like this. I really am. MAGA, you should be ashamed of yourself today. You really should. You really should be ashamed of yourself today, MAGA. God bless Trump. You can say whatever you want to say. You can say, listen, you hear this, they come into my live and they try to diagnose me. MAGA, you don't have any degrees. You're not qualified to diagnose anyone. What you need to do is sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast. All right? All right? 0 qualifications coming from you. All right? I'm very professional. I'm speaking on this because this is something that's going on in this very country. We watched what you did on January 6th. Whatever happened at 22-380 where all of Biden's officials were supposed to be taken out of the White House and replaced with Trump officials? What happened to that, MAGA? You sound like all you do is think about Trump. And what's your point? It's a free country, right? You sound like all you do is think about Joe Biden and Hunter Biden. I mean, look at what Marjorie Taylor Greene did. She took a picture of Hunter Biden up on Congress in the nude. I don't want to hear it from a Trump supporter. I'm just blown away that even with all the great things this world has to offer, you have grown adults, mainly grown men, willing to throw it all away for Donald Trump. MAGA has truly, in my opinion, MAGA has truly lost their minds. These indictments can't come fast enough. They really can't. The jail. Whoo! It's taking too long for this court case to get started. I mean, at this point, what are we waiting for, right? We should just do it right here today. Bring them to trial today. Let the public see. Put the cameras in there. It won't take Jack Smith. It won't take him but a good solid day to just show all the evidence, right? We don't need to go back and forth about the protective order of Jack Smith. Let him put all the evidence out there on his platform. At this point, get the job done, Jack Smith, right? If there's any more evidence than what we already have, he's guilty. If there's any more evidence than what we already have, he's triple guilty. He's double, triple, quadruple guilty. Jack, trust me, I've never seen anything like this in my life. And you still got these folks walking around here like zombies. They're like zombies. They get out here and they start talking about President Biden. Don't bring Biden up at all. Don't bring Hunter Biden up at all. Not one time has Biden ever gone on social media and called anybody a name. Let's see the evidence. You already saw the evidence on January 6th. Why are you trying to act like never mind. I don't even, my bad. Why did I even ask that question? What was I thinking? All right. I'm ready to have some conversations. These are tough conversations, all right? You got folks out here that are still being led astray by Donald Trump, and it's the most bizarre thing. You got grown folks, all right? These are grown adults defending Donald Trump and his nasty behavior, willing to throw away their life for this guy. I've never seen anything like this in my life. And you ask them, what is Trump offering you? They have no answer. What is he offering you? Is he offering you $1 million? No. What is he offering you? Yeah, exactly. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me bring up my first friend. Start my live off this afternoon.
It's more than you can get in.
From no-drill mud flaps and water repellent seat protectors.
Red Crown, what is that?
WeatherTech has everything you need. Order yours today
Anyway,
at WeatherTech.com.
so
Red Crown, what is
talk
that?
about some more of that chicken then, huh?
Yeah, I prefer Tyson, but
I don't know what Red Crown is doing. It sounds like he's cooking. It sounds like Red Crown is cooking some lunch, right? Come on back, Red. Greetings, Karen. How are you doing?
Pretty good. And yourself?
I'm all right. Just a little on edge as a result of this news in Utah. All right.
Yes, that is very disturbing, but I think we could have predicted that because he has continually ignored what the judge said. And if you notice in Utah today, he said that they were trying to tell him he couldn't talk about the case, but he was going to talk about it anyway because he wasn't going to let anybody take away his First Amendment rights.
Wow.
I feel like he should have been locked up Monday.
Mm-hmm. He should have, right?
Right. So
He
now
should
he's
have been-
taking it too far, and other people are going to be harmed because of it.
Right. His own supporters are willing to throw away everything for him. What do you think about that?
It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing, and it's unbelievable. I struggle with what it is that they identify with him. They have absolutely nothing in common.
Nothing.
This man was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Even his
Right.
mother talked about his intellectual limitations
Mm-hmm.
and his behavior.
Right.
He has been protected by his money. Everything that he has gotten has been because of his dad's money.
Yeah.
He has never struggled. He has a history of stiffing small business owners. He
Right.
has a history of bullying people through the courts, which is not working for him now. I find that, but yet he persists,
Yeah.
because it's always worked for him. I have no idea. And he grifts him. They talk so much about how he is such a big businessman and he's so successful and has all this money.
Right.
Yet he asks for money from them constantly and is constantly churning out new gear for them to buy.
Wow.
So it's amazing. He he doesn't think anything about him. He didn't bail anybody out from January the 6th. He hasn't paid anybody's lawyer fees that he's
Oh.
planned to do. All he does at his rallies is talk about himself
Mm-hmm.
and play victim. That's all he
Right.
does. No policies, no nothing. So it's
Nothing.
amazing. I heard somebody say, this popped in my head, that Joe Biden wasn't really Joe Biden. Joe Biden was dead, and James Woods was playing him.
Wow.
I mean,
You
this
see,
person was serious,
yeah,
but
yeah, that's what their mind is doing. Their
but
mind
you
is
don't
playing
hear
tricks on them.
you don't hear them talking about the fact that every witness in all of these cases are Republicans.
Yeah.
Most of them people that he appointed himself, but
Right.
yet they continue to talk about what the Democrats are doing, what the Democrats are doing. This man did this to himself, and the people closest to him
Yeah.
are the ones giving out the information that's going to
Wow.
sink him.
Yeah. Yeah. And he knows it. He knows that. He knows it's his own rhetoric that's getting him caught. It's the people he's chosen. This is his own doing. But yet and still, he has a stronghold on the MAGA mind.
I
Right?
have no idea why, unless I don't know. Maybe it's some kind of drink they pass out at the rallies
It might be. It
because it
might
makes
be.
no sense. I mean, you
It
have
don't.
facts and facts and facts. You still have people talking about the election was stolen. There was a Republican who was in charge of the election, and it's been said that that was the most secure election that we've ever had, and that was by a Republican.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Well, listen, you're, you're spot on, and I'm glad that you got your finger on the pulse of truth because we need more truth like that out here, especially on this platform, okay? You know what I'm saying? These folks out here, they're living a lie, they're living a delusion, and it's all unraveling faster than they could cook up the next lie, right?
It is true. You're exactly right.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
keep up with you. I watch you too to see what you think about what I'm seeing as well.
Well,
And
I
it's
think
just
like you.
amazing to me that the polls, I don't know, I'm 74 years old, almost
What?
75, and I've never been
What?
in a poll. I
What?
know I'm still cute,
Yeah,
but
you still got it. Oh, yeah. Keep on going.
I've never been in a poll. Who are they polling?
That's what I the Russians possibly, they're Poland, Russia, right? China, North, all those places that love people like Trump. Hello, William. Yeah, because they ain't checking the real polls, right, where the rest of America lives. I wish they would come poll me. Zeus, do you want Trump to be in the office? I would. Heck no. Check that right off the list.
I would love to be polled, but never have I ever been polled, nor do I know anyone, and they may have, but no one has ever said that they've been polled that I've been around. So I don't know where they get those polls, but I don't believe it.
I don't either. And I'm so glad that you are fighting the good fight, willing to be brave enough to get out here and share the truth like that. I mean, you're doing so great, all right?
Thanks for letting me up.
You're welcome anytime, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Karen a round of applause. No lies detected, right? No lies detected. All right, all right. That's how this program works. This is why we call this the closet of truth. We want the truth to get out. All right. Enough is enough with the MAGA demon, all right? The MAGA demon, it really does need to be rebuked. It really does need to be cast out. We don't even need to spend any more time dealing with it. We just need to let it know. That is enough, all right? Really, it is enough. All right. Speaking of, we have another guest. Oh, okay. Let's see. My good friend, this is a MAGA demon alert. Hold on. MAGA demon
Hello,
alert. MAGA demon alert.
ladies
Oh, the
and
MAGA.
gentlemen. Hello, all the wonderful people in
I'm specialized
Biden
at
land.
this, folks. All right. Watch very carefully how I deal with this MAGA demon. All right.
Yes.
Snuggles, I'm doing a special broadcast. What do you want?
Yes. I don't know. Is that a Facebook jacket on behind there, or is it an
No,
FBI jacket?
FBI.
Um, oh yeah, because they paid Facebook censorship.
Mm. You see, folks, this is what MAGA Demon does. Like I
Ladies and
said
gentlemen, we
earlier,
should know. I just wonder where their Twitter jackets are too.
you know where this conversation is going, folks. You want to know where this conversation is going?
Where?
Absolutely nowhere, because we know what
Yes.
MAGA demons do. They just sound
Yes.
like a terrible engine.
Yes. That that, my friend.
Turn it off, Snuggles. Snuggles, turn
You
off your
guys,
brain. Turn it off a little
please
bit. All right, you gave it too much gas.
Please do not advertise Greg's car. Remember, he went to Midas Touch. Please, Greg. I mean, you don't put Greg's car on there.
Cut it
I
out,
know you
Snuggles. Cut
did.
it out. Snuggles, cut it out. Cut it out. All right.
Yes,
Are you out of the hospital? All right.
I'll be out tomorrow.
Okay.
They
All right.
said.
All
They
right.
said, "Listen, we need you to tell us more about Trump." They all changed their mind in this hospital. They're feeling better. I convinced them all we are ready for 2024. There are zero convictions. Just a lot of talking here and no action. And these indictments mean nothing. It's just a couple of traffic tickets. We'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
Hi,
Now let me
Shay.
clean that. Thank you for
Hi,
saying that.
Shay.
Let me clean that up for
Yes.
MAGA.
Yeah. Yeah.
MAGA. Hold on, Snuggles. MAGA. Let
Right.
me translate what he just said. He's
Yeah.
basically saying he's scared because Trump's
Yes.
going to jail. All right. And
Oh.
if you don't get out of the cult today, you're going to be in jail with him.
Oh.
That's what Snuggles is trying to say. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, 78 indictments and zero convictions. 78
Okay,
indictments.
Let me translate that. Biden has
Yeah.
zero indictments. Biden has zero
Right.
convictions. Biden hasn't even been charged with anything.
Right.
But
And you know what?
your
And
leader,
you know what?
Donald
You are
Trump,
right. Biden has zero mugshots too, and so does Trump. Zero mugshots. How does someone get 78 indictments and zero mugshots? That's amazing.
it is.
There are a lot of
I
mad
completely
people.
listen, Snuggles. We agree that is amazing. I agree. Zero
Absolutely.
mugshots,
Zero
78
mugshots.
felonies, and he's still flying
Absolutely.
around. You know how that's possible, Snuggles?
Trump's fingerprints, have you seen them yet?
Snuggles,
The
you know
small
how it's
hands?
possible? Snuggles, you know
Yeah.
how it's possible? Because
Yeah.
there's a two-tier justice system. You heard of that?
You're finally admitting it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All Biden's
Yeah,
crime
Trump is
family.
benefiting from it. He's flying around on a private
No,
jet
no. You know who's
on bail.
benefiting? Is the Biden family. They haven't, they got it all sneaky under the
Okay, here we
carpet.
go. Okay, warning. Snuggles.
I'm just letting you know,
Snuggles, one more lie, and I'm gonna have to drop you. We're friends,
Mr.
but
Crossings,
I need you to
please
tell the
let
truth.
me
You're
talk.
trying to bring my truth level down, Snuggles, and I need
Right.
110%.
I have 400 people in here. I brought you.
You
57 people are your people.
okay? So that was
You
the
know what I'm saying?
last lie he tells in my life. Did you hear what he said? He started lying about his crowd size in my life. That lie was the worst one. That lie was the worst one of all the lies. Because that's the first lie Trump told when he got inaugurated. He lied about his crowd size. He tried to say he had a bigger crowd size than Obama. And just like that, that MAGA demon took possession of Snuggles' mind. And he started repeating the same Trump lies right in front of my eyes. Snuggles, seriously, bro. I need you to cut it out. All right? And I need you to do me a huge favor, Snuggles. I need you to sit your special behind down and listen to this special broadcast. Ladies and gentlemen, we're good friends, but I will drop them from the box when they start lying. I mean, especially obvious. I brought 400 people. No, you did not. All right, all right, all right, all right. Oh, Red Crown is back. All right, all right. And I'm fair. I'm very fair. You can ask anyone on TikTok. I'm one of the fairest people on here. Greetings, Red. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing good, my friend. How are you doing?
All right. Last time you got in the box, you were cooking some chicken.
And I did.
Oh, what kind? How did you cook the chicken, Red?
It was a big orange giant chicken. He had crossed. He had crossed the road.
Tell us the joke. Why did the big orange chicken cross the road, Red?
The big orange chicken crossed the road so he could hold a Bible upside down in front of a church he never attended.
It's funny every time because you all saw the visuals, right? You saw the visuals with Trump doing the chicken.
In that
Right?
Bible. In that Bible.
Good joke. Good joke.
And no lies detected.
No lies detected. No, you know what we do. We keep this live honest and pure, right?
That's right. I tell you. So, what do you think about the unveiling this morning with the New York Times, the memos from that?
From Maggie Haberman, right? She dropped.
Yeah, for number 5. Yeah, number 5 in the hit list.
Yeah.
Explaining how they were going to overturn the election.
Yeah.
And you know what? You know what? Stupid is as stupid does.
Facts. No lies detected.
Oh Lordy!
Right.
And how can they?
This though? So they wrote down the crime that they were going to commit, and then they tried to implement. That's kind of what happened.
Yeah, that's kind of like it. Now I know Trump's lawyers he's saying, First Amendment rights, that he has a right to say things. But see, that's me like going into a bank, with a big envelope and handing it to the teller and saying, "Could you put all your hundreds and fifties in this, please?"
Oh, yeah, you could say that. You can say
and if she complied and did that, would I be guilty of a crime?
Oh, you sure would, Red. We love you, but you broke the law.
What? I just asked her for some money and she gave it to me.
Oh, okay. Well, what I need.
You see what I'm saying? The aspiration.
Yeah. I just need you to put your hands on your back, and we'll talk about it when you get in that jail cell. All right.
But Zeus, it's aspirational. I'm asking aspirationally.
Yeah. You probably listen to one too many TikTok lawyers. All right. You listen to one too many TikTok lawyers, and you found yourself in a nice little bind.
Well,
right?
they might be true. I've listened to so much of these MAGAs, that I think I've been poisoned.
Oh.
Slightly.
Oh, yeah, that's why. Yeah. You got to stay out of these deranged lives that are ran by these fake TikTok hosts spreading lies and misinformation.
I mean, they were so far off the mark, you don't even remember where the mark was.
Listen, I've been there, done that. I've heard it before. And again, where we are at, Red, right now is MAGA has no credibility. They've got nothing right. They've got nothing right now that I think about it, right?
No, they haven't. They don't have a plan. They don't have anything except 25 states, Republican legislatures, and that's bad.
That is.
That's bad. Now, they're taking those buoys out of the Rio Grande River now.
Boy. They are, right? They took them out, right?
Well, they're taking them out now, right, as we speak, So, anyway, like I say, my friend, I wanted to come in. I had to go to the hospital myself yesterday.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I just need to take my pills as directed. Good. And reduce my salt intake.
Okay, is that what that chicken that we heard you cooking was about?
Yes, that damn chicken. You know, I didn't realize how salty that fat was. Oh, did you see him talking the other night
I did.
in New Hampshire?
Yeah, yeah.
He was. I thought he was gonna melt.
He was sweating like
Um,
Rudy Giuliani, right? That's the thing.
Worse. He was worse, but damn it, I didn't. I guess he's got so much orange everywhere you can't even see it running.
That's a good one, Red.
But anyway, all right, my friend. Hey, I know you got other people waiting up. I appreciate you having me up.
All
And
right.
they said, and you're on the East Coast or West Coast?
West Coast. West Coast. I'm in California.
So my live is at 11 p.m., which is 9 p.m. your time.
Oh, okay.
And so
You're saying I need to pay you a visit.
stay up 15 minutes later than your normal bedtime and say hi.
All right. All right. I will try to do that. All right, Brother Red.
Okay, man. Hey, you
All
take care. You know, peace. Keep up the good fight. I love your show. And man, we need more people like you and me.
Yes. Absolutely. All right.
All
You
right,
keep up
buddy.
the good fight and take care of yourself. All right.
We're doing it, man. We're doing it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Brother Red a round of applause. It's not that hard to get in the box and simply tell the truth, okay? But what we're really addressing, ladies and gentlemen, is this situation that MAGA has currently found themselves in. There's nowhere out, there's no way to go but up with MAGA because you've reached the lowest you can reach, I think. I mean, well, you can go lower like this guy did in Utah, all right? But it is really time for all MAGA supporters to repent. So I'm going to ask the question again. Is there any MAGA out there that want to apologize today? Raise your hands, please. I want to see. Oh, HVAC. Are you ready to repent, HVAC? Are you ready to repent and apologize for all the harm and damage you've done this beautiful country, the lovely United States? You've done it all in the name of Donald J. Trump, going down in history as the worst president ever. He really is. He really is the worst president ever. He's ruined this country single-handedly, one post at a time. I've never seen somebody do this. I didn't know it was possible. But this individual has ruined I actually think, you know what, there's fires in Hawaii. I think he's responsible for the fires in Hawaii. That's how bad he is, right? You know, I'm like, look at the devil's trying to tell Trump to come on home. Trump, go on to Hawaii. We don't need no more fires here in the United States. We don't need any more record-breaking heat. Take Trump, right? Take Trump. That's what we would tell the devil, right? I did. You don't need to burn all of us just to get him. We'll give him back. We'll give him to you. He's not going to change his ways. All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's go in a different direction. Look at, we're playing ping pong. Let's see. All right. HVAC, I asked, were you willing to get in the box and repent and apologize?
Zeus, I will say this, and I will repent and apologize.
And
Now,
you,
I want to tell you, sir, you are a gentleman and a scholar. You have the best smile on TikTok, and your rap game is smooth. It's smooth like butter. I feel like I'm like a warm stick of butter, just melting.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And this is what I'm gonna apologize for. Everybody record this, screenshot this, and hit the record button, y'all, because guess what? I apologize for absolutely nothing.
No lies detected, right? Shame, HVAC. I thought we were going to get that MAGA confession and that MAGA repentance. HVAC. But you did a great job. Thank you for the compliments. I mean, listen, you were real honest there, but I know that MAGA Demon still has a strong hold on you. It has a very strong hold on you, okay? And that's what it does. It was like, Zeus, I love you. You know, this is when they got the MAGA Demon. I love you, Zeus. I love you. All right. So tell me, who do you think is the worst president? President Biden. The MAGA demon can't contain itself. You can't control the MAGA demon. Listen, MAGA, you can't control it, all right? You really got to do the work to get it outside of you, all right? And that means you need to sit your special behind down, all right, HVAC, and continue to listen to this special broadcast, okay? Because you've gotten nothing correct. Nothing at all. Let's bring up our next guest, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my gosh, my good friend, brother attacking.
Don't ever let HVAC up in your room again. He did treat women. He said in a conversation talking about hiring men and women, he says, well, what if the woman doesn't have enough experience to hire her, but she's really pretty? You could probably get a blowjob or a hand job out of her.
I don't know how HVAC mind works, attacking. You know how this is.
Don't bring him up. That's
attacking.
That's
Whose live is this?
disgusting for you.
Whose live is this, attacking?
Yeah, I know, but I want to save you. Secondly, for you women,
no one commands Zeus. Listen,
I know.
There's only one of us sitting on the throne.
I want to protect you. I want to protect you and your integrity.
I get it, but there's only one on the throne on Olympus.
That is true. That is true. And secondly, for all you women and you fake Christians out there, for Snuggles, who I had compassion for the other day, he considers if a man was to assault you, if he inserts a finger in a part of your body, he says that is not an assault. Get over it, because you're not convicted. Because you're not convicted.
Wow.
Secondly, do you know that I posted on my broadcast today? I asked Trump lovers, how is it a witch hunt if we're using Trump's words, Trump's actions, his own administration's own words in regards to being questioned under oath, videotape, audio tape, text messages. We're using people like Pence, Bill Barr. How is it a witch hunt when we're using his own ingredients of what he is saying? How is it a witch hunt when we're using his stuff? Do you know what I got?
What did you get?
Nothing.
Oh.
I got a guy coming up playing Hillary Clinton saying that a 2-year-old tape saying that the election was stolen. But I asked him, I said, do you know what Hillary Clinton did the next day? He goes, I don't care what she did.
Really?
The next day.
And this is why that MAGA demon, there's no logic behind it, attacking. No. You know that.
The next day, she called Trump up and said, congratulations, you won. But not the Trump lovers. Trump lovers will believe everything Trump says, but you know what? They don't believe everything Trump says. Do you know I have on my page what Trump said as he's talking about Russia and China and North Korea? He said, I lost the election.
So he admitted it.
It's on tape. He admitted it. And I've got it on my bio. So how can Trump say he lost the election and then go into New Hampshire saying he knew it was rigged and he didn't lose?
Oh, you know that's all about grifting.
How can you admit you lost and then lie on stage in front of an audience who believes every word and says, I didn't lose. It was rigged. It was rigged from day one. I knew it was rigged. He did this since 2015. But where's the evidence?
It's a play from Putin's playbook. Come on, attacking.
Exactly.
Right.
Where's the evidence? And by the way,
KGB.
How are Trump's lawyers losing their law license from submitting information to the courts and the courts shoot it down? Why don't they restructure their court case and represent it? Why don't they do it again? What? Oh, you know what? I didn't do it correct the first time. I'm going to bring the information back because the judge says I'm doing it wrong. So I can do that.
Listen up, MAGA.
So how come none of his lawyers, Rudy Giuliani, Lynn Wood, Sidney Powell, John Eastman, how come all these lawyers are losing their law licenses for lying to the court system? Why didn't they restructure their court case to bring the information to show that really won the election because there was mass voter fraud? Why?
Why didn't they?
Why didn't they? Probably because it wasn't there. Probably because the 10,000 unalived people really turned out to only be 2 people. Maybe the people who did use their unalived relatives wasn't for a Biden vote. It turned out to be Trump lovers who got caught, who got sentenced and fined.
Right.
Could it be?
I really don't win the day.
Could it be that the electors, the fake electors that videotaped themselves writing fraudulent documentation? Michigan, 16 charges. Georgia, half of them are being charged. Oh no, who's cheating? The Democrats? Wow, where's the facts on that? But we see a lot of documentation come from the right. We see a lot of Republicans falling down. We even see one of the people who made the fake elector paper sign it. She said, I was duped. I didn't know what I was doing. Can we have an applause?
Are you there? Sorry, I got a call. Yeah, I got a call. There's people looking for Zeus. Continue attacking.
So the thing is this. When are you guys going to produce evidence to what Trump claims or what the Republicans claim in regards to Joe Biden, Hunter Biden? You won't read the Devin Archer documents, which I put on which I showed on my broadcast, which I have a page of the $5 million fraudulent money that went to Joe Biden, which it did not. How come you won't read that documentation? How come the Republicans aren't producing these documents? How come everybody seems to be a criminal in another country who can't come to the United States to be questioned, but then when you do bring somebody to be questioned?
Are you talking about Tara Reid?
No, I'm talking about Devin Archer. And what do? They bring him behind closed doors to where nobody can see him answer the questions. Why is that?
Good question.
Yeah. Oh, no, Tara Reid, if she was really essayed by Biden, she would have fought the case like E. Jean Carroll for years, and she didn't. Her attorneys dropped her because she kept on changing her story. And for you guys to say, oh, she ran to Russia because she was being threatened. You know who else was threatened? The little girl that Trump SA'd when she filed her court case in 2016. And Trump lovers called and said, we're going to unalive you if you don't withdraw your case. All these other women that Trump has assaulted that wanted to pursue legal action have been called and said, you know what, your life is in danger if you don't withdraw your cases. How come you don't believe the women, but you believe Trump, even though he's all on tape saying, you know, you can go by because you're rich and grab a woman by the coochie. You know, you can walk into the dressing rooms of naked underage teens. Why? Because I own the pageant. Oh, by the way, oh, yeah, I'm a great father. But you know what? I look at my daughter as a sex object.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
Do you need any more hammers? Because I got a whole tool shed.
Well, listen, I thank you, brother. All right. But we got to move on to our next guest, Brother Attacking.
Thank you, sir. I will.
And have you learned your lesson? No one instructs Zeus, only Zeus.
Yes, I understand it, but I will lay my life down.
A complaint, though.
I will lay my life down to protect you integrity.
I appreciate that. I really do.
All right, buddy.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Brother Attacking a round of applause. Yes. So there we got it. There you have it, MAGA. Once again, No answers to all of the questions we've been asking you. You can get up here and spout all the nasty things that come to your mind. That doesn't mean you're intelligent. That doesn't mean you get it. That doesn't mean you're right because you say it loud. All we need for you to do is practice being a little more honest, show you know what discipline is, and stop believing this guy, Donald Trump. Stop sending him your money and then crying about the Democrats and saying it's President Biden. Jesus Christ. All right, let's get to my next friend. Welcome, Yazzie. Once again,
Hello.
welcome back. How are you doing this afternoon?
I'm great. I'm great. I had to come to town. We had audit that showed up, so a state team came out, so that was okay.
Great.
I know. I was like, oh, but it's okay because we're done. We are done baling hay. Yay! Yay!
Great job. Great.
I know.
Job. Right.
I've been getting up at 3 a.m. This stuff has got to stop.
Right. Make it stop. It's a lot of work, but someone has to do it. Oh, wow. Look at that camera view. Thank you, Yazzie. Okay. So, what are we talking about today, by the way?
Sorry, the other office.
Okay. So, what are we talking about today?
I'm going to have to come down. I got to call.
The other office. So, what are we talking about today?
I'm going to have to come down. I got to call. The other office.
Uh-oh, we got an echo. Yeah, they send another request back. There was a lot of echo. Is that the MAGA Wi-Fi? I hope not. Oh my gosh. Yazzie, send another request so that we can finish up our conversation. All right, we are back. I think the connection's better.
Yeah. So
Okay.
they're going to be here till late, and I think they're going to stay the night. So at any time, I'm in a whole other office building than the other staff. So at any time they could call us in to like ask for documents or whatever. Surprise audits. It happens to us quite often.
Right.
But I just wanted to say I was at April's live and HVAC was in there, and he's like, do you guys know what an affidavit is? And he's like, you're being obtuse. So we just were using his language back to him. And he's like, you guys don't even know what it means. Like, come on.
HVAC, cut it out.
Yesterday. I have had to testify and sign affidavits in child abuse cases.
Uh-oh.
In my nursing job, okay? So you can't tell me, it's just kind of crazy that he was being obtuse, and you're like, if you want to use those words, but Shane was giving him data and all kinds of things, good facts.
They don't. MAGA doesn't care about facts.
They don't. He just wanted. So April's doing a thing. If you pay $5, she'll drop the person. So I gave her 10.
Oh my!
He was so annoying. Like you said, he just wants to talk over everybody. He thinks if he talks louder, if they say more like theirs is facts. I just want to tell you, these MAGA demons are going nuts over what just happened. Over, that they took his Twitter account.
Yeah, they need to take him to jail ASAP, right? Don't you think it's time that he goes to jail?
Gosh.
Yeah.
It's a long time ago, and thank you so much for alerting me. I could check up on what you tell me, because this is nuts. I don't know.
They need to put him in jail ASAP. Like I said, Jack Smith. We don't need a trial. Do we really need a trial, Yazzie?
No, we don't need a trial. We, like Zeus said, in the kingdom, he's already guilty. In Zeus's kingdom, and I 100% believe Zeus. Guilty, guilty, guilty.
He's guilty, MAGA. Listen up.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say, I'm glad that Snuggles is going to get to go home, and from the hospital. I'm glad that Red is better, but I just want Snuggles. I think he's going to have a heart attack if he keeps spreading so many lies, and his blood pressure. He might not get to go home because he can't stop lying in that heart rate.
I tried to tell his doctor, let me talk to the doctor. I would tell the doctor.
I know. As a nurse, I would like to just say, hey, buddy, don't do it. Stop it. You're going to ruin your heart over Donald Trump, like everybody who's lost their homes, all the people who keep giving money, who are losing their shorts, so he can pay his the billionaire can pay his own legal fees. I don't understand, you guys. It's nuts. But oh
Yeah.
my God, keep spreading the truth and looking so handsome doing it.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
it
Thank you, Yasmin. You're so
that's
gracious. I really
that
do
smile is like sunshine.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Aaron. I appreciate that. I just want to tell, like you said, we're just here to do the greater good for everybody, to help these MAGA
Cut it out,
demons
Reggie.
realize, come into the light, come into the light.
Coming to the light, MAGA. That's right.
Yeah.
Listen to
I mean, because
Yazzie.
we have the facts. I mean, we can tell. And I just want to say the judges, Eileen Cannon wasn't even confirmed with a supermajority. And Judge Tanya
Tanya Chutkin.
Chutkin, 95-0, confirmed. 95-0. You can Google it.
Google
It's
it.
out
It's
there.
free.
Yeah. Okay. So bipartisan confirmation. So she doesn't need to recuse herself. Republicans and Democrats both agree that she was going to do a fabulous job.
Yeah.
So,
Nice lady. Thank you.
I
Yeah.
know. Isn't she wonderful? I
Yeah.
love that. She runs a tight court, and she should. She knows her job. Look at the January 6ers she has actually
She
set
sends them to jail and then she sends them to hell very well, doesn't she?
very well. So
Yeah.
what will we do? Where could we put? I heard that they could put him somewhere, and he would lose Secret Service, but he'd still be guarded really well in solitary. I mean, he'd be taken care of.
Most people in jail have a little security, so I'm not too worried about that. The main thing is that we get him locked up as quick as possible so that he could never send another post on the internet again, right? Wouldn't we all love that?
Yeah, well, because he's dangerous. He's so dangerous, he doesn't even realize how dangerous he is to himself, to everyone, to humans. And that you told me today how disgusting. I mean, someone was unalive just because of his irresponsible behavior.
Sitting at home thinking
Yeah.
about President Biden and trying to attack him. Isn't that
Right.
sick and demented?
Yeah, I mean, even though I don't like Trump, I never thought, how can I do anything to really anybody for that matter?
Yeah. I would never give up any of my personal freedoms. There's things in life that I just can't do without, right? We need our stainless steel appliance, don't we?
I mean,
We need our stainless steel appliances. Uh-oh, there's an echo, Yazzie. There's an echo. All right, see ya. Take care. Thank you. I think it's the MAGA Wi-Fi. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Yazzie a round of applause. So like I was saying, we need our stainless steel appliances. We need access to these cars. We need access to these beaches. We need to be able to watch our sports on TV. And I'm not giving any of that stuff up for Donald J. Trump. I wouldn't give it up for President Biden either. You must be out of your mind if you think I'm going to do that. But you see his supporters, they do. They give up. They're giving away their 401ks. They're giving Trump 401ks. They're getting divorced. They're giving up their wives, their husbands to be with Trump. I mean, you should see this stuff. And they're throwing away their freedom. Listen, these guys, why are you in jail? This is what they go. Why are you in jail? I'm in jail for 88 months. Why? Because I love Donald Trump. Something's wrong with your mind. I would never feel comfortable saying that. I'm in trouble because I love Donald Trump. Something's wrong with your mind, MAGA. Seriously. All right, let's move it on to our next guest, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think I've talked to this individual before. Who do we have here? Michael Haas. Greetings. Welcome to the kingdom.
Hello, hello.
Hello. This is our first time doing business.
First time.
First time. Well, you know how this goes, right?
You know what? I think it's a good way you're doing this here is one at a time. I've been in these before where there's 5 people trying to scream at each other.
Absolutely. I used to do that and I don't have the tolerance. You know, I've talked to too many people. I don't have the tolerance. I just got to get straight to it. Now, Michael, this is our first time. Are you there? Are you there, Michael? And by the way, that was a nice cowboy hat, I must say.
Yes, I'm here. Sorry
That's a
about
nice
that.
cowboy hat, all right? What part of the country are you from?
South Texas.
South Texas. Shout out to South Texas. I need me one of those hats. I'm starting to think I might need to accessorize.
You can get them. You can get them at a gas station here for
okay. Well,
$14.
maybe it's the way you're wearing it. Then you know you got a little swag. right.
Club
Now,
barbecue at.
this is our first time doing business, so I got to ask you the questions that matter the most in this kingdom, all right?
Okay.
All right. And how you answer them determines your fate, all right? I really am being honest. In your opinion, was the 2020 election stolen by President Biden?
No.
All right. Next question. In your opinion, who would you say is responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th?
First, I would say the people that did it. Second, I would say because of a lot of misinformation, they were they were whipped into a frenzy, and they were ready to attack when he said, "Let's take our capital back." But first, I blame the people that were physically there doing it. That's who
Right.
bears the bulk of the responsibility.
And then who's next?
Well, of course, Donald Trump, the one who's
Hey,
indicted.
I knew you were gonna give me. You just taking a long time to give it to me, but you were gonna give it to me. I can tell. And the last question, all right, and this is gonna come at you like a curveball. It's a trick question, and some people mess up on it, but I think you got it, Mr. Hoff. Is President Biden guilty of any crimes?
Well, he's not been convicted of any.
All right. You hear that, Snuggles? Zero convictions. I like that answer. All right,
Look,
Brother Michael, welcome. What would you like to share with us today in the closet of truth? All right. Greetings, Swervin. I saw you.
okay, well, I did vote for Trump. I'm a lifelong Republican going back to '84. But it's not so much few years of what Trump's done. It's what the group that follows him has become, and that's where I was like, yeah, I'm not like that. I dropped in live yesterday, and I got kicked out after 5 minutes because somebody was going on about the pillow guy and George Soros, and I'm like, are y'all seriously thinking the pillow guy has this smoking gun gonna bring down the whole show? And they seriously believe this. And
They
and
do. His
that
supporters believe this stuff, right?
and that anybody that opposes Trump, any politician, any judge, is bought by George Soros. I'm like, people, he's 92 years old. Y'all give him too much credit
Right.
for wielding this much power.
Wow. Wow. So if you don't mind me probing around, did you vote for Trump both times?
Yes, I did. I told you I'm a lifelong Republican. I
I
won't
know.
vote for him. I won't vote for him again because
Okay, okay, okay.
he's not going to be on the ticket. He's not going to be on the ticket unless you write him in.
Wait a second. You don't think he's going to get the nomination?
It's funny to me that people still believe he's running for president. He's the GOP is going to cut him off in the next 1 to 3 months, and he's going to fall. He's going to fall rapidly. He's not going to have GOP support all the way through 2024. I don't see that happening.
Wow. This is breaking news, man.
And why is it that we don't see in droves the GOP as a whole coming out in his defense? We don't.
Oh yeah. Get him, Michael. Get him.
And if a person, I won't come right out and say it is a cult because it's not what most people refer to as a typical cult, but it is a type of I don't know if it's a psychosis. I'm not somebody who's so versed in it, but I have read about it. But somebody who gets in a powerful position on a national level and can wield a certain kind of influence can pick up this sort of momentum and have this powerful of a following. His base is more solid than any political base has ever been.
Right.
And when you talk to them about if I say in a life, look, his base is not strong enough. There's not enough numbers. If you just do the math, he doesn't have enough numbers to win.
right.
And their comebacks are, yeah, but he's picking up DeSantis voters. They think you see my point. They think that him picking up DeSantis voters is going to put him
That
over the top.
that MAGA logic, it's beyond it's beyond acceptable. This is. Do they really know what they're saying when they say ridiculous things like that? Wow.
If you try to tell them, they'll boot you out. Look, I am a Republican, and
I can tell, because there's some things you said I don't quite agree with, but I'm going to let it because we're aligned with terms of how to deal with MAGA. All right.
I've been in lives with people on the far left, and if they could erase conservatives and Republicans from the national stage, they would do it. But if you notice, look, even with Trump, we still have a majority in the House, still have a majority of governorships. We're only 2 seats off from a majority in the Senate. Even with Trump carrying this mantle and sucking up all the energy that he has, Republicans will be on track. We need 2-party system.
Well, I agree we need the 2-party system.
But
I agree there, but I think, is it safe to say that the Republicans, the party is shrinking because of Trump as well? I don't think he's really growing. The brand.
No, look at his losing streak. He lost 74 electoral votes in 2020. We lost we lost 3 of the 4 governorships that were up, and we lost and gave them a solid majority in the Senate. Why do they think that we're on a roll when it's a continued losing streak?
Well, I have a good friend who keeps telling me that they're winning, and I'm trying to figure out what exactly they're winning. So maybe you can shed some light on that. Why do they think they're winning?
I think we've been getting kicked in the teeth.
Did you ever hear about that exactly? That red wave that was supposed to come.
It didn't happen. It did not happen.
You hear this, MAGA? And Michael, this is Mr. Hoff. I like saying Mr. Hoff. I didn't pay you to say this stuff, did I?
I've never met you before. I've never been in your live before. But look, Gen X, I think for the most part, we're just wired different. We don't believe hardly anything we hear. I can't speak for all of them, because there's probably some Gen X out there that are 100% MAGA. But most of us are realists. And when I started seeing what was going on around me, I'm like, yeah, no, that's not me.
Bell, why does he didn't come from under a rock, Bell? Cut it out.
Comments.
Huh?
I'm not paying attention to the comments.
I know. I'm grabbing them though, because they know what I will do if they are being rude to my guests. All right.
Yeah, they can't offend me. They don't have the power to offend me, but they can come on my platform. I got plenty of followers. They can interact with me there if they want.
All right. Because see, what we want to make sure we do, Mr. Haas, is rebuke this MAGA demon that is out here trying to take over this country once again. All right. And so you're doing a great job holding them accountable. And my last question to you, though, is this: do they ever call you a rhino?
Of course they do. Of course they do. They look. They don't. They cannot tolerate anybody if they're not pro-Trump. If you're not pro-Trump, they will not tolerate you. Period.
Well, would you? Oh, go for it.
Oh, you go ahead. You go ahead.
No. I mean, no. I'll ask my question, because a lot of people that I talk to, they're frustrated that MAGA, they won't let this guy go, and their only thing is they think he can save this country, right? You heard him say this before. He can save this country. He can fix it. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, he won't get that chance, but if he was, he's too divisive, and he is the most polarizing figure in politics, and he's toxic. to the whole body of politics, and it would be the same as if you had every single person on the right opposed almost violently to the left. How is that good for the country? How is that good for
You
the
hear
country?
that? You hear that, MAGA? How is it good for the country? That's a good question, right? That's a very good question. Now, what are your thoughts on Jack Smith, by the way? I mean, since I have you here, is it a witch hunt, do you think, or do you think this is real?
From what I've read,
Hmm.
it looks like he was very methodical. He took his time and he made sure he had all the T's crossed and the I's dotted before he brought this forward.
Hmm.
And I know there's a lot going on with the different indictments. I think that he brought a lot of this on himself by not simply turning them over. And when he said on Brett Baer that he needed to still go through his boxes and get his golf shirts out, I thought how ridiculous a billionaire ex-president doesn't know the law enough that those belong to the National Archives, and he can't just hold on to them indefinitely. And if you don't give them back for the purpose of getting your golf shirts out, who can defend you at that point?
Hmm.
And then on
Hmm.
the Georgia one is going to be very serious. And now he's got a civil case in New York where they're going to make it so he cannot earn money there. And the what was the other indictment?
Well, we have the Georgia one, the classified documents one, and then January 6th.
January
And
6th. Those four I think are going to be the most serious ones, and those are going to suck up, I think, the
it's
most
not,
energy.
you don't think the January 6th thing is about his First Amendment rights?
No, not at all. Because if you break that, I know he's going to point to the one statement that he made where he used the word peacefully. Okay,
Hmm.
but it's the whole culmination that brought that group there and said we're going to march to the Capitol, and I think most people would understand what he meant by we're not going to let them take this. We're not going to let them win this, and then when you look at what the people did when they went in there, and Mike Pence narrowly escaped with his family, and they would have probably unalived him.
Hmm.
That's what they said they wanted to do.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. 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 Now
Why?
listen.
Why would they
I,
do that?
I do have a friend of mine who's also a Republican, and he wants to ask you a couple of questions. Are you okay with that?
Sure.
I might have some questions. All right, you know we do have conversations with real people over here as long as they tell the truth. All right, welcome Poker Dad. Poker Dad.
Greetings. Good evening. Good evening. Haas, nice meeting you there, sir.
Nice meeting you.
Mm-hmm.
So it is refreshing to see like-minded individuals come in here because I know I never come across, uh, quote unquote, real Republicans. And I like hearing what you had to say, and I appreciate what you had to say. So
Mm.
I am hitting the follow button with you, but I do
Okay.
have a couple questions for you.
Mm.
Because I just want to have a little bit better background on kind of like where you come from in this whole thing.
Mm.
That being said, my first question is as you said you've been a Republican for a number of years, so you were there before this whole MAGA thing happened.
Mm.
When did you
Yeah.
realize, outside of the indictments or any of these nonsensical things that is going on with the court systems with Donald Trump, when did you realize that he wasn't the direction we were supposed to go?
Mm.
Why did you vote for him the second time?
Oh.
Uh, because I'm a Republican, and he had not influenced during the first 4 years. And it did appear to most people on the right that the Russia collusion was a hoax, which turned out to be big nothing. And there was no reason for me to change my party affiliation since I voted that way since I was 18 years old
Mm-hmm.
with Ronald Reagan. Why I would switch from Trump to Biden? There was no reason why I would do that at that point.
Mm.
No reason whatsoever.
Hmm.
I get it. I received the phone call simultaneous when they happened, so now I'm all off.
Oh, no issue.
I'm lacking and everything.
Oh, are
But
you gonna drop and come
I'm
back?
curious. Yeah, can I drop down and come back up, Zeus?
Yeah. I want to get deeper into the Republican mindset, if you don't mind. All right, this is very critical information because see, what I appreciate here is we don't have a lot of yelling, a lot of nasty name calling, and we're getting to what's really going on in the GOP. All right. Oh my gosh. Oh, Poker Dad is there. There you are.
Can
Are
I?
you on MAGA Wi-Fi, Poker Dad?
No, I got a call from my son. Sorry about that.
Uh, Okay, let's go on with this conversation because I
So
think we're getting somewhere.
yeah, I don't have too much time. I just I want to take advantage of it because I don't know if I'll ever be able to come across Mr. Haas again in the conversation. So
Hmm.
I just like to see where the whole the foundation came from of what he's talking about. Along with that, so you were saying there wasn't enough that happened in the first term, and then the second term was kind of like what separated you from saying, "Hey, I'm not with it." Again. My question behind this is I've always voted Republican as well. I've been a Republican for a number of years. I'm still a Republican. I'm still active in the GOP on my local levels. And as you said earlier, the GOP is definitely not behind Donald Trump the way that he feels that they are, right? On a national scale, they're not behind Donald Trump. So, but my question is I'm just wondering when you saw kind of the way in that first term that Donald Trump was handling himself when it came to social issues,
Hmm.
why wasn't that enough to move the needle? I'm not saying to vote Democrat. I'm saying to not vote for Trump.
Yeah, he did say some controversial things. He was a bit abrasive, but he came in not as a politician, but as a private citizen. So, a lot of people talk different than politicians. So I think it
Mm-hmm.
was somewhat expected that he wouldn't be so polished. And boy, did he not disappoint on that. He was definitely not very polished as a politician.
Mm-hmm. And would you say that when it came to January 6th, that was the final straw for you
Yeah, you go back and
after
look
your
at my
second vote?
original. You look at my original video on January 8th, where I called out how disgusted I was with that,
Hmm.
and my opinion never changed from then. Uh, that that was atrocious. That was
Hmm.
horrible.
Okay. Well, I mean,
The,
I appreciate you willing to come on here with the honesty, as sometimes it gets difficult, especially on platforms like TikTok and kind of giving your reasoning on why you're still a Republican and why you don't vote that direction. So, Republican, I'm not going anywhere. I've always been here. I'm not gonna let new Republicans that don't really understand the
no,
foundation of the Republican Party
no.
take me out of what I believe in.
Hmm.
Yeah,
And it sounds like you're doing the same thing. So
yeah.
I appreciate you. I wish I had more time to talk to you. All I'm going to say is split the Red Sea, and I hope to see you again.
Amen. Bless you,
All
brother.
right.
Hey, I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know you got other guests waiting. I will just say one on my last couple of points is on the vaccine. Uh, on the right side of TikTok, you've got these MAGA purebloods that post and make fun of everybody who took the vaccine. And I replay for them the videos of a montage I put together of Trump saying, "Get the vaccine. It's a wonderful vaccine. I did it. Take the vaccine. We saved millions of lives."
Right.
Why make fun of people who took the vaccine? It just doesn't make sense. So
I
two other things that I see a common thing on the right is they make memes and stupid funny they think is funny videos about Michelle Obama as if she's Michael Obama,
right.
and it's just you just show your stupidity and ignorance when you do stuff like that. It's so immaturish to act like that. and they're pro-Putin. They romanticize about Vladimir Putin, and I don't understand that. It's just bizarre.
It is. It is. It really is. All right. Now, before I wrap this up, there's three options to this question, but I got to ask it anyway. If right, because you said you don't think Trump's going to be on the ticket, fine. But if it came down to it in 2024, and it was Biden or Trump, or like to say criminal or not, who would you vote for?
Um, it's hard. It's hard to play into hypotheticals. That's difficult to say because I don't know that Trump or Biden will be on the ticket. In fact, I think we could all do better without Trump or Biden on the ticket. I don't support Trump for several reasons, but one is that he'd be 82.
A what?
That he would be 82 at the end of
Oh,
his term. And so many people call out politicians and their age. Why would I support Trump or Biden?
okay, but
Either one
listen,
of them.
Mr. Haas, you're doing so well today. I mean, we should end this on a high note.
Let's do it.
If you had to, okay, I'm saying they're on the ticket, and you had to make a choice. You could do three things. You could go for Biden, you could go for Trump, or you could not vote. Which one is it?
That's a tough one, man. I don't know that I can tell you right now, but I'm about 95% sure right now if I had to answer that I would not vote for Trump. I have to wait to
All
see how
right,
this
I
plays
can
out.
live with it.
I have to wait and see how
I
all of this plays out.
can live with it. Listen, that's the difference. I know he's a Republican, all right? He can't go all the way like we can, but I can live with it because that's the Republican side of him. I get it. All right, Mr. Haas. Thank
All
you
right.
so much for blessing us live. And I do hope to see you again. I did give you a follow too. I'm going to be checking out your content, all right?
All right. Followed you back.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Mr. Haas a round of applause.
Take care. Bye.
Sometimes you just gotta go that deep into these conversations, right? All right, all right. Pyro Joe, please. Snuggles, cut it out. You all could learn something from gentlemen like this. They are truly representing the Republican Party. If you ask me, they're not into all of the conspiracy theories. They are into more of the truth. They got things they could work on, but for the most part, you get what they're saying. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Let me bring up my good friend, Brother Swervin. Swervin, how are you doing, brother?
I'm hanging in there, Zeus. I had physical therapy today, and that woman ran into my house again with them flaming fireworks and the spinning signs, and told me she was going to bend it like Beckham.
What?
And the next thing I knew, she twisted me right up into a pretzel and got all my muscles stretched out. So I'm actually doing okay right now. I'm doing okay. I'm
Okay,
hanging
I
in there.
love it. It's great news.
And I got occupational therapy and my home nurse tomorrow. They'll both be here. So I'm gonna get a double dose tomorrow. So
yeah.
But that's what you got to do, man. I could lay down and cry, or I can get up and do something about it. And first, let me say, I don't know if Snuggles is still in here or not, but I'm glad to hear that he's doing well.
Right.
And he'll be out of the hospital soon. And hopefully on his road to recovery, he just continues to get better and better and better and better. And he be with us for a very long time. So get well soon, Snuggles. I hope to see you out of the hospital very soon, my friend.
Right. And he needs to let go of this Trump stuff because I think it's turning on. It's making his health go down.
Well, you got to understand the stress levels, and that's why I backed away from a lot of it. You know, I went into Stacy's live earlier today. And I was just kind of sitting there listening for about 25 minutes or so. Listening to Democrats and Republicans literally just yelling over each other. And so I sent a guest request and I got into the box. And, I'm sitting there waiting for like another 10 or 12 minutes before I can speak because everybody's just yelling over each other. And I said, it's funny to me, when I finally got a chance to speak, I said, it's funny to me, some of the people that are in these boxes right now, what you will not allow in your lives, you're doing it to Stacey right now. She can't even get a word in edgewise. And I'm not sitting here defending Stacey. What I'm doing is defending a creator who's trying to hold a civil conversation.
Right.
And you all are just yelling over each other. Have some decorum. Stop acting like children. And this would be my advice to Snuggles. You can't get a word in edgewise with Snuggles.
Nope.
He doesn't want to stop talking and listen. And then he comes with the Magadonian BS of no convictions. Well, you can say that all you want to, but Biden doesn't have any indictments. So let's look at the scorecard. Who's ahead on what? Okay. And Hunter Biden's laptop still has 0 indictments. Joe Biden has 0 indictments. Hillary Clinton, President Obama, they have 0 indictments.
0.
And if Joe Biden was this mastermind criminal, where are all the hearings that should have taken place during the Trump administration?
Right.
Oh, right. There weren't any. Where's all the hearings? Because he ran on a campaign of locking up Hillary Clinton. Where are all the hearings that were going to get her locked up? Oh, right. There weren't any. Because he knew there was nothing there.
Right.
And then to sit here and talk about or honestly believe that somebody printed out 30,000 emails and then poured bleach on them. Are you out of your mind? Who the heck would do that? You're going to print out 30,000 sheets of paper and then pour bleach on them. And why do you believe it? Because Donald Trump told you that's what she did. Every allegation that they come up with is nothing more than a falsified opinion. And your opinion and your allegation is not proof of anything.
Nope.
It just isn't.
No.
And I still keep asking the question, Zeus.
Talk to him.
What is the Republican Party doing right now to try to advance the country? What are they doing right now? And right away, somebody got put in the big screen and is like, well, here's the money trail from Hunter Biden. I'm like, I didn't ask about Hunter Biden. I didn't ask about Donald Trump. I didn't ask about Joe Biden. I'm asking you, what is the Republican Party doing right now? And that's why it was so refreshing to hear Mr. Hoss up here.
Yeah.
You had a Republican and said he was a lifelong Republican since '84. Okay, and I can respect that. Whatever party affiliation you have,
right?
That's your right. Okay, so if you believe that the GOP is doing something good,
right,
and you want to support them, great. Same thing with the Democrats.
Right.
If you believe they're doing something good and you want to support them, great.
Right.
But you cannot sit here and tell me that once that person turns away from Donald Trump, all of a sudden they're a rhino.
Fact.
Okay, because his own daughter told him that he lost the election. Is she a rhino? I haven't heard anybody call Ivanka Trump a rhino. But it's everybody else around Donald Trump who's the rhinos. Oh, well, they're all backstabbers.
Right.
And this and that. No, they are people who actually found a fiber of ethical, moral code and said, I am not going along with this.
Right.
Because it's just simply not right. You want to disenfranchise. You don't care about the 81 million people that you tried to disenfranchise and take their votes away just so you could win.
Wow.
You didn't care about that.
You didn't.
All you cared about was you wanted to put a dictator back in the White House. That's what you wanted.
Preach.
Because you cannot, I mean, we need crowdfunding for some of these people.
Right.
They have Gorilla Glue on their lips and it's firmly attached to his taint. Okay? So maybe we need to do some crowdfunding to get some surgery to get that removed, just like that lady with her hair.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah. Some swerving.
And we now have, and again, here comes Donald Trump on stage, sweating like a pig, calling a black judge, Tasha, calling this African American woman a racist.
Wow.
And talking about she needs to recuse herself. Why can't Eileen Cannon recuse herself, being a Trump supporter?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
But it's amazing to me. Every African American prosecutor or judge, they're racist. They're savages, they're deranged, they're demented, they're Trump haters. Everybody is out to get him. Victim, victim, me.
Wow.
And it just makes me sick. And they won't listen to any of that. They start pulling up their little notes and looking at the indictment and going, well, what about this? What about that? Do you really think you know more than Jack Smith does? Do you really think you know more than Jack Smith? Do you think Jack Smith would not have brought a case if he didn't have a case? Do you think the grand jury would not have voted yes to indict if Jack Smith didn't know what he was talking about?
Ooh.
Do you think the grand jury would not have voted to indict if Alvin Braggs didn't know what he was talking about?
Wow.
And by the end of next week, Fonnie Willis is going to release her findings. And if she chooses to indict, do you really think the grand jury did not believe the evidence? What makes you think because you read a note or you read a piece of an indictment that you know more than them? Because if you did know more than them, you wouldn't be sitting here on TikTok spreading your misinformation and your BS. Pure and simple.
Oh, no,
Constitutionalists come out of left field and, well, Hillary Clinton did this. I'm not talking about Hillary Clinton.
We're not.
And I didn't ask those folks. I just brought up a couple of quick examples of Hunter Biden and Joe Biden and Donald Trump. And I still want to know, what is the Republican Party's plan right now to help advance this country? Because when they ran during the midterms, Zeus, if you recall,
right,
they ran on the midterms of, we're going to fix inflation. We're going to drive it down. We're going to get these gas prices under control. The American people deserve this.
Right.
And then when they got voted in by a slim majority of 5 people, what was the first thing they did? They had a hearing on Twitter.
Wow.
And there again is our good friend Jack Smith playing chess while they playing Connect 4.
Oh!
Because he already subpoenaed Donald Trump's records from Twitter.
Oh, you took us there and you brought us back like that, Swerving. Whoa.
Yes, sir. And people were like, well, his tweets are public information. He could have just pulled them off of Twitter. Not all the private messages.
Oh.
Not all the private tweets that he only sent to a few people.
Over.
That ain't, no. And everything that he said on Twitter, yeah, it may be public information. It may be public record. But everything that he did behind the scenes, private messages to people, Jack Smith now has all of it. And everything he said can be used against him in a court of law.
Now, Twitter, didn't they take away his account at one point?
They did. Shortly after January 6th, they banned him.
Twitter saw what he was DMing and who he was DMing. You think that may have been why they did that too?
Well, no. After what happened on January 6th, I think the final straw for Twitter is when he tweeted Mike Pence didn't have courage to do what we needed him to do. And the next thing you know, people are running through the Capitol yelling, "Hang Mike Pence." And that was pretty much the last straw. Do you think there were some
DMs going back and forth on Twitter with him and other people about Mike Pence, though? You know what I'm saying?
There could have been.
Oh,
I don't know for sure. I'm not gonna sit here and say he
we don't know, right?
But
one thing is for sure, we know he has DMs on that Twitter account.
Yeah, exactly.
And God knows what this guy, if we know what he did in public, you only can imagine what he did in private, right?
Yeah. Well, we now know what he did in private. Because another piece of information was released late last night that shows the plan for the Green Bay sweep that he was in on. He was in on. And there was a memo that was sent to him and several other people in the White House. Here's how we're going to pull this off. And these are the things they sit here and they say, well, he's innocent until proven guilty. But Joe Biden is definitely guilty. You wait and see, Zeus. It's all coming out. You just wait and see.
They keep telling me that.
And I've said plenty of times, if Joe Biden is guilty of something, you put him on a wall, and I don't care if you nail him to it from 50 feet away with a Milwaukee nail gun. I don't care. I literally do not care. I don't care about him. I don't care about Donald Trump. What I care about is what is going to advance our country forward. Having Twitter hearings because you got blocked or banned from Twitter, that is not going to advance our country. Sitting there showing naked pictures of Hunter Biden is not going to advance our country.
No.
Worried
but it is a good
Hunter
distraction.
They're completely stretching. I mean, with the mental gymnastics they play, Simone Biles is sitting there going, damn, I wish I could do that.
Hilarious.
And it just...
This Twitter thing about right now. I'm a little concerned about it now because why was Twitter dragging their feet in terms of turning over this information? Right, you heard about that. They got fined what, 350,000?
Yeah, they got fined. They claimed that it was around the time the transition was going on from the Elon Musk purchase, and Elon Musk fired a lot of people who would have been able to pull that information. But then, even after that got situated, they still kept stalling on it, claiming things like, "Well, we can't find all the records." And Jack Smith was like, "Well, I got a subpoena. You better find every single record.
Wow.
You better find every one of them."
Wow.
Right? And that's what I mean when I say Jack Smith is playing chess and they sitting there playing Connect Four. And you know another thing that's amazing, Zeus. They sit here and they talk about how Joe Biden, when he was a private citizen, before he even decided he was going to run for president, his attorneys reached out to Twitter and said, "Hey, whatever's on that laptop, you should not be posting nude photos of anybody. I don't care who it is, because then you can be sued, you can be held liable." At that time, he was a private citizen.
Right.
But they sit here and they talk about how Joe Biden tried to silence Twitter. He's a private citizen. But you know what they won't talk about, Zeus?
They won't
talk about when Donald Trump, the sitting president, and his administration reached out to Twitter and said, "Can you ban Chrissy Teigen because she called Donald Trump a WAP?" Which he is.
It's okay when he does it, but not when they do it, right?
Yeah. They won't talk about any of that. They won't talk about any of his transgressions. But again, Zeus, I go back to my original question.
Talk to him.
I don't care about Donald Trump.
Nope.
Okay? He's a piece of garbage. Any way you slice it, he ain't nothing but a hot ass, excuse my language, I'm sorry. He ain't nothing but a hot dumpster fire wrapped inside a burning, okay? That's all he'll ever be, as far as I'm concerned. Joe Biden, very Catholic man. When he took his inauguration on that family Bible, that to me looked like a book from Hogwarts. Okay,
right.
That was his family Bible. That's how old it was. Very devout in his faith. He goes every Sunday.
Amen.
Don't care.
Yeah.
Doesn't shake me one hill of beans.
And he had it held up the right way, right?
Yes, he did. But it doesn't shake me one hill of beans because he's never tried to inject his faith into his political beliefs when it comes to reaching across the aisle.
Nope.
But I would love for any single one of these MAGA demons, and I'll wait if you'll allow me. I would love for any single one of these Magadonians to come into the box and tell me and you and the rest of everyone who's watching, what is the Republican Party's plan right now to advance our country? Because Hunter Biden isn't going to do it. Nobody else is going to do it. They have the majority. They're the ones that are writing the bills. And all they're worried about is impeaching somebody with no evidence, convicting Hunter Biden after he's already paid his fines and a deal was worked out with a Trump-appointed attorney general.
Right.
Okay. What is their plan right now? And please don't give me this garbage about put America first. I don't even want to hear it.
What about they have Project 25, right?
You know what? I've been saying for the past couple of weeks now, Zeus, if Joe Biden was sitting in the White House in the Oval Office, he's got his feet kicked up on the Resolute desk, which is a nice desk, by the way.
Right, it really is.
And he's smoking a doobie, and he says, "You know what? Project, since they're so in favor of it, let's take this whole 2025 project and let's implement it right now. Monday morning, we're going to implement the 2025 project because they're so in favor of it. Let's see what happens when a Democrat wants to take full, total presidential executive authority and be able to fire anyone or get rid of departments at random. Yeah. Let's see how they like that."
MAGA would love it. They would love to see dictator Biden. Wouldn't you, MAGA? Wouldn't you love that?
Oh no, we can't have dictator Biden because, well, he's, like they always say, he's destroying the country. And when you say, well, how? Over 14 million job creations and lowest unemployment rate since 1969, 3.4%, which To me, 3.4 is better than 4.6. I mean, I don't know how your math goes, but you know,
Oh,
when
I would
Donald
love
Trump
to
left
see
office, he
Biden
had a
complete a
6%
sentence.
unemployment rate.
I'm done. They would love. They said, "Listen." Someone said we would love to see Biden complete a sentence. See, this is what we're talking about.
Yeah, yeah. He completed that sentence when he told Donald Trump to shut his mouth, didn't he? Told him to shut his mouth on national TV, then took his job. You about to lose your job. Get that? You about to lose your. And guess what? Donald Trump lost his job.
He took his job. Trump's been crying about it ever since. He
Yep.
couldn't believe he lost to President Biden. He still can't believe it. He's so deranged about it. He's willing to break the law and go to jail. He'll be in a jail cell still crying. I can't believe I lost to Biden.
Zeus, I'm gonna tell you like this, brother, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 16-year-old nephew who's been arrested for double homicide back in Gary, Indiana.
Uh-oh.
Him and Donald Trump, I will be dead in dust by the time either one of them gets out of prison. Fact. It's just ludicrous to me what they believe. It's ridiculous. If Joe Biden is this horrible person, he's this bad politician, he's this P3DO, where are all the hearings to investigate Joe Biden?
Where?
From 1972 to present day, where are all these hearings? Where are all these docket numbers? And then they talk about Tara Reade. Tara Reade's own lawyers dropped her because her story was not credible. She could not keep her story straight. You mean to tell me that Joe Biden, this 60-some-year-old man, slammed you against a wall in the halls of Congress and assaulted you where there just happened to be no cameras?
Right.
Are you kidding me? Give
Makes
me a
no
break.
sense. No credibility, right? Nice lady, no
None.
credibility.
And the
Now,
prosecutors.
one last topic before we wrap this show up because Zeus does have to run.
Yeah,
I wanted
go
to get
ahead,
your,
brother. I'm
I
sorry,
wanted
man,
to
to
get
take
your
up your time.
insight, though. No, this has been a great conversation. I don't normally get to, have more of these extended discussions with folks, so that's why I enjoy the Closet of Truth. It's a little more of an intimate experience, right?
Right, absolutely.
This Utah man that has been unalived by the FBI agents. You heard about this?
No, I haven't. What happened there?
Oh, so this is why the Closet of Truth. I had to stop all that I was doing today, getting my Jack Smith fix, getting my Fonnie Willis fix, right? And this came across FBI special agents unalived a Utah man while attempting to arrest him for making threats against President Joe Biden ahead of his trip to the state. This guy.
I did hear about this. I heard about this earlier. It's probably about 2:30, 3 o'clock when I heard about it. 2:30, 3 o'clock my time, and I'm a few hours ahead of you.
Yeah, absolutely. And he posted things on his social media, right? They were trying to serve him a warrant because this is what he posted. I hear Biden is coming to Utah. And then the next one, he says, digging out my old ghillie suit and cleaning the dust off and he names the weapon. And he says, welcome, buffoon in chief. And that right there triggered the FBI to show up at his front door and serve him a warrant, right? And they were going to serve him with a couple of things. One, he was facing charges that included threats against the president, as well as influencing, impeding, and retaliating against federal law enforcement officers by threat. What do you got to say about that? And can you connect the dots in terms of how this is tied to Donald Trump and his rhetoric, if possible?
Well, I would say this. Okay, if you recall, remember the guy, and I can't think of his name, but he was riding around the country in a white van that had Trump stickers all over it, mailing what they believed to be poison and pipe bombs to different members of different politicians on the left.
Right.
That guy was a straight up Trump fanatic.
Right.
Even the van that they towed away had Trump flags all over it, right? So this is another one of those people. He may have been indoctrinated or groomed by listening to Donald Trump, okay? But on the other side of that coin, it's kind of hard to connect those dots because the president receives something like 2,000 to 3,000 death threats a year. And it's the FBI's job and the Secret Service's job to investigate as many as they can, especially if you're going to a state. So when you make the comment that he's going to dust off a ghillie suit, everybody knows what a ghillie suit is. And then they have to start looking at the terrain of where the president is going to be, whoever the president is. Okay.
Right.
They say, okay, ghillie get close enough with a particular weapon and take out the president. We just can't have that. Right. So they went and served him a warrant. As far as connecting the dots between that person and Donald Trump, again, it's nothing that I'm going to speculate on, because you could have just had a crazy sycophant who just did not believe Joe Biden was a good person. Right? MAGA may have had something to do with his influence.
They're
but
asking
it's
what
hard-
a ghillie
it's hard to
suit
connect
is.
those dots.
Can you explain what a ghillie suit is?
Yeah, a ghillie suit is a camouflage suit. And on the outside of the suit, it looks like the terrain that you're going to be traversing if you go Oscar Mike, if you go on mission, right?
Yeah.
So you can outfit the suit. You can pull weeds from your environment and put it inside certain straps, so that when you're laying down in the grass, when you're laying down in the grass, you look exactly like the terrain, and nobody can find you. In fact, there was a sniper in Vietnam, and he ended up making his way. It took him a few days, but he made his way close enough to take out a Vietnamese general. And these people, when they were searching, they got within 10 feet of him, and he did not move. He was wearing his ghillie suit. It was properly outfitted. They got within 10 feet of him and then turned around and walked away because they just could not see him. And they turned around and walked away, and he slowly crawled out over the course of the next couple of days and made it back to his platoon.
Wow.
So yeah, these things happen, but again, I don't want to speculate, because too many times if somebody on the left were to do something like this, they're going to immediately come out and say, well, he was on the left and this is what they feel, and he's probably transgender. They come out with all kinds of theories to blame someone with no factual evidence of any kind. And so that's why I don't really want to speculate. Could he have been influenced by MAGA? Sure. Do we know definitively that he was?
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
You hear that? But I still will say this: something's wrong with his mind, right?
Oh, he's definitely effed in the head for sure.
And I would never know. And if you are, listen, if Donald Trump makes you feel like you need to throw away your freedom in your life, something's wrong with you.
And Zeus, I'm gonna tell you something. My ghillie suit is down in the basement in a box. And it takes a lot of work to outfit that thing, a lot of attention to detail. I'm not putting in that kind of effort for nobody anymore.
Nope.
Because I'm not paid to do it. So I'm just not going down that road anymore, man. But yeah, he's definitely effed in the head for sure.
Yeah.
But whatever fight he put up with the FBI, I'm sure the FBI is going to be cleared of any wrongdoing. I'm sure it's going to be a justified firing. And it is what it is. You got one less psychopath in the world.
Wow.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is that. And to me, I think about the guy that went to see Obama after Trump posted his address, right? And it's the awareness that Trump knows these folks are out there. Trump knows these folks are out there, and he knows,
absolutely,
and he knows they feel this way about him, and he gets them going, all right, and they end up doing things like this. What a shame.
Well, man. Trump was, I don't know if you heard it or not, but Trump was on some, it was either a radio show or some podcast a couple of weeks ago, and he said it would be a very bad idea if he went to prison, because I have some passionate supporters out there. And they get very passionate sometimes. No, these are people who you would never let them inside of Mar-a-Lago.
He would never.
And these are people who believe your rhetoric because they've sunken themselves into this cult-like mentality. This is the only thing I disagree with Mr. Haas on. It's a cult-like mentality. When these people are ready to go to jail for you, let alone die for you. No, man, come on.
Wow.
And you gonna show up to a former president's house threatening them? You really didn't think anything was gonna happen to you? Like, what's the matter with you? Where's your common sense?
Exactly. There's no common sense. And this is why we have to continue to get the truth out here and wake MAGA up every single chance we get.
And that's why I always appreciate listening to Poker Dad. I was listening this morning. I just came in and sat and listened because I was tending to other business.
Yeah.
But I just came in, I sat and listened. I enjoy hearing Poker Dad in the morning. Okay, he's a true Republican who believes that his party still stands for something, and he's trying to split the Red Sea, as he calls it.
Yeah.
Seems like Mr. Hoss is trying to do the same thing.
Yeah.
He's trying to split that Red Sea and disassociate him. Even though he's a Republican, he wants to disassociate himself with MAGA Republicans because they are not the same people. They're just not.
They're not.
So
they're not, but that that we are, I guess, in agreement that this MAGA situation needs to end ASAP, right?
yeah, it does. And the only way it's going to end is going to end with Donald Trump losing again if he is the nominee. It's going to end with him losing again, him whining for another 3 to 5 years rigged against him. And everything is always rigged against him, but every other Republican on the ticket wins their election. That's just funny to me.
Right.
I don't even get it.
Neither do I.
If you're going to rig the election, why would we let Mitch McConnell stay in his chair? Tell me that.
Answer us, MAGA.
Why would we let Matt Gaetz stay in his chair? Why would we let Marjorie Taylor Greene stay in her chair? Lauren Boebert. Why would we let these people stay in their chairs if the Democrats rig the election?
Why would we?
It just doesn't make any sense to me.
Right. We would get them all out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and rig
would
it. Get them
win
all
so
out.
good.
Yep, exactly.
You love MTG, seriously? You got something wrong with your mind.
You definitely got something wrong with your mind. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now, Zeus. Due to my military career, I got bad feet, but my feet don't look as bad as hers. She looked like she can. Look, she looked like she can walk up. She looked like she can walk up the side of a concrete building like a gargoyle.
Oh God, those are some nasty feet. Oh my God.
I don't know. Maybe she's hanging upside down in her closet like a vampire when she goes to bed at night. I don't know.
Oh, listen, MAGA, you gotta take her if you take MAGA, okay? And that's the girl you came in with. You came in with her. You gotta leave with her, MAGA.
Again, another woman who sits there and claims that she has all these high moral Christian values that cheated on her husband.
That part.
Go figure. I love how these Christians say, well, I'm a Christian. I do this. And how about, oh, yeah, I did cheat on my husband. You ain't no Christian then, because I'm sure it says somewhere in the Bible, thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Maybe they need to add a comment there. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife or thy neighbor's husband. I don't know. And she cheated on her husband with some dude who looks like Zangief from the original Street Fighter video game.
Wow.
I'm like, man, come on.
No morals. What a shame. All right.
None. And Lauren Boebert running around talking about if the woman chases Jesus, then the man will chase the woman. I'm like, really? How'd that work out for you, divorcee? With your husband who you stayed married to, who's a twice convicted SA offender for showing his junk to teenagers.
Wow.
How'd that work out for you, Miss Moral High Ground Christian Values?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Wow. What a shame, MAGA. It's time to get your act together. It's time to repent and rebuke that MAGA demon. It has a stronghold of your life, and there's nowhere else to go. Right?
Absolutely. So, Zeus, listen, it's kind of late where I am. I know it's still early where you are, brother. As always, I love being in the closet of truth. Like you say, we're able to have these more intimate conversations.
Exactly.
And you get questions and answers out of us, and we get questions and answers out of you. And it's just a beautiful thing, man.
Yeah.
And I appreciate you. You know, I'm going to always have your back.
Thank you, brother.
And you just, if there's ever anything I can do for you within my power, I'm here for you.
Well,
Okay.
you're doing it already, my brother. All right. It's always a
So
pleasure to have you here, spreading your knowledge, your wisdom amongst all of us in the kingdom. We really do appreciate it, right?
any time at all, my friend. Anytime at all.
All right.
I'll be listening tomorrow morning. But
Okay.
like I said, my therapists are going to be here tomorrow. So, but we'll be listening. I had last week when my nurse came in, I had your show playing, and she goes, "Who is that?" I said, "He goes by Zeus. He's the most humble, most handsome, and most honest individual you'll find on. But he goes by Zeus."
Hey.
And she pulled out her phone. She's like, "I got to find this guy." And she pulled out her phone and she followed you. And while we were going through my exercises, we were listening to your show.
Wow.
And she goes, "This guy is very smart. He knows exactly what he's talking about."
Oh.
I said, "That's why I talk to him, because the brother's smart. I'm smart, and we can converse." So
Amen. Amen. Swerving, you're doing God's work even when I don't know. That is
I try, my
impressive.
friend.
Thank you. Thank you. All
I
right.
try. So, Zeus, I'm going to let you get back to attending to the affairs of the kingdom. To
All
my
right.
brothers and sisters down in the chat, everyone, please enjoy the rest of your evening. Be safe and have fun while you're doing it. And remember, when we spitting out this truth, all you got to do is listen to it and absorb it with an open mind, and make sure you get your behinds out there and vote. That's all you got to do. All right? Zeus, you be well, my friend. Be safe, and you have fun while you're doing it also. And I will be listening to you in the morning, brother. You
All
take
right.
care.
All right. All right. Thank you, brother Swerving.
Good night, everybody.
Amen, ladies and gentlemen. What is that? A 3-hour closet of truth exercise. Wow. Listen, what a great show. I'm so sorry I won't be able to get to everyone, but I do got to wrap it up. Me and Swerving, we carried on. Mr. Austin Polka Dad. I mean, it was a lot of great conversations today, but I hope we all learned something that we can use to make ourselves better out here, okay? So I will see you all tomorrow morning, bright and early, 6:30 a.m. at the morning show, I hope, where we will be bringing down this heavy hammer of truth and rebuking the MAGA demon. All right, ladies and gentlemen, take care and have a great rest of your evening or night, wherever you're at.
Truth always. Both hands.
6 a.m. Pacific time. Thank you, everyone.
This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm moving like Zeus.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus. I make my own rules. I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm fired in an eagle, they got red on me too. Took a long time to get here.
I see, lady. You always do that.
Like a bum,
Thank you
get
so
away
much.
from me, fool. I got money on my mind. I can't leave it up to you. I can't hang around with you. You fall in love too quick. You a high risk. Next all in the mix, I put a bounty on your head. This is way above fans. When you playing with the crowd, when you playing with the dead. Tell me to let loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your goose. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth.
And they do.
Playin' hating on the gods, but he's such a douche.
This nice lady, I see.
But you had to light my fuse.
Man,
Catching all these snakes.
Callie,
like a
love,
wild goose.
wow.
These ladies love me, yeah. I'm the
Melissa
one that they
Thrasher,
choose. You know I'm so
Springer,
handsome.
let's
That's
go.
why they call me Zeus. This
Stacy
is how I move
Jones,
when I'm
yes.
looking like Zeus.
Ringo.
This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood.
Reggie, my brother, I see you.
Thinking that you cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky, light you up like Zeus. I make my own rules. I'm a god, call me Zeus. You say you wanted facts, well, I'm living proof. I've been waiting for this moment now. I got you. If you play around with love, then you guaranteed to lose. I didn't make the game of rules, so don't play me like a fool. If you can't swim, don't be in the pool. Even though people telling me be cool, I'm just sitting on my throne while you looking like a goof. Trying to let loose with the truth. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Play hating on the gods, boy, you such a douche. Tried to be patient, but you haven't like refused. Catching all these snakes like a mongoose.
Have a great evening,
yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm grooving like Zeus. You thinking that you cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky like you up like Zeus. I make my own rules, I'm a god, call me Zeus.
Yeah, you know about me. You know about me.
I like to get wild.
In the morning.
I'm the god of the sky.
He's deranged, Jack Smith. He's deranged, Jack Smith. He's deranged, Jack Smith. He's deranged, Jack Smith. He's deranged. He's deranged. He's deranged. He's deranged, Jack Smith. He's deranged, Jack Smith. He's deranged, Jack Smith. He's deranged, Jack Smith. He's deranged. Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges. Deranged Jack Smith. And he's a big Trump hater. Openly, he's a Trump hater. And his wife is even more of a Trump hater. Every time the radical left Democrats, Marxists, communists, and fascists indict me, I consider it a great badge of courage.
Later!